that guy a new asshole for me.
I'm gonna rip him too.
What's the problem, fellas?
Mike was supposed to torch someplace in the mall, and now I'm gonna make you pay. You still don't get it, do you?
You like? Yeah, I like. My old man used to work on these. I used to spend the evenings with him cleaning the rollers.
Don't you worry, Tommy. We'll be ready.
What the hell are you talking about?
Good night.